Thank you for choosing the Venus wireless alarm system by Fine Automation. In this video we're going to cover the hardware of the Venus and some of the basic features such as turning on and off the unit. When you open the box, you'll see included is the Venus wireless alarm system, a 12 volt 2 amp power supply. You will see at the top of the unit the GSM aerial and receiver for the passives, door guards and remotes. You will also see connections for the battery and for the power supply. Some of the things that you will need for the Venus alarm system is a 3-pin plug with an earth, live and neutral. You will need your own SIM card. You will also need your own siren, buzzer or radio transmitter, as well as a 12 volt 7 amp battery to power the unit during load shedding. The Venus wireless alarm system is incredibly easy to set up. First, start with the 3 cables from your 3-pin plug, the earth, neutral and live, and ensure that you correctly install them on the power supply unit. You can then take your 12 volt 7 amp hour battery, place it into the box, and you can also insert your SIM card into the unit. Please ensure that the terminal battery connectors are not touching. When you plug the unit in, such as for here I'm going to put the battery terminal on, you will see that there is an LED one that immediately starts to flash. This just shows that the unit is on and working. There is another LED that will start to flash once the system starts to search for signal, and that is shown over here. It will flash once every second while searching for signal. Once a signal and network has been found, it will flash every 3 seconds as shown here. When sending an SMS, the unit will flash this LED every half a second as shown here. This means that the unit is connected and can send SMSs. To connect the passive to the Venus wireless alarm system is also very easy. Take the passive and open the housing. In the passive you'll see that there are dip switches as well as a button. These dip switches are used to set the correct zone. If all of the dip switches are set to 0 as seen here, the unit will not be powered on. Refer to the manual to see the dip switch settings. For now I'm going to set this passive to zone 1. If you look on the Venus alarm system, there is a button called Learn. This is the button that you will hold in for the first time for about 15 to 20 seconds. This will clear the memory of any previous passives, remotes or door guards that have been programmed into the unit, and is a must if you are programming for the first time. Now to program the passive in, you press the Learn button once and hold the button on the passive for 3 seconds. You will see that the Learn button flashes fast and then slowly. This passive is now read in. When you press the button on the passive, you will see that the Learn button on the Venus turns on. Connecting the remote is very similar to how you would connect the passive. On the remote you have 3 buttons, blue, red and yellow. You will be using the yellow button on the remote to program the remote into the Venus. Press the Learn button on the Venus and hold the yellow button on the remote for 3 seconds. Again, the Learn LED will flash fast and then slow. Now the remote has been read into the unit. It's important to note that whether the remote is programmed in or not, the Learn LED will flash when a button is pressed. However, will only activate the alarm if it is programmed in. Programming a door guard is very similar to how you would program a passive into the unit. On the door guard you will see the normally closed connection here, as well as this open connection next to it which will be used for programming. You will also see, much like the passive, that there are dip switches on the unit used to set the zone. Please refer to the manual to see the zone setups. For now I'm going to set it to zone 1 by turning on the first and the last switch. On the back of the unit you will see that there is an LED that when you close the connections or when you short the connections will turn on. This is how you will program the door guard into the unit. To program the door guard into the unit, follow the same procedure as you would with the passive. First, press the Learn button on the Venus, then short the connections on the door guard, and you will see that the LED flashes fast and then slow. When it stops, the door guard is now programmed into the unit. It's important to note that much like the keyring and passives, when activated the LED on the Venus will turn on, however will only activate if the unit is programmed into the Venus. My number is already programmed into the unit. Please consult the manual to see how to program numbers in. Once your number is in, if you arm away mode by holding in the blue button for 3 seconds, you will hear the Venus output relay turn on and you will get a message saying away mode by keyring at the Venus. To turn off your unit, you will hold the yellow button for 3 seconds, which will then turn the alarm off and you will get a system off message. If you press the red button, which is the panic button, for 3 seconds, you will again get a SMS that says silent panic by keyring at the Venus. This is the basics of turning on and off the unit.